24/7 and 365. Got this bitch turned to we all the way life. What you want? Fly to Memphis, walk a real cool. Watch one, might as well watch two.
Hey you guys, welcome back to a new video. My name is Di and welcome. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my apartment hunting process. I'm going to go to a few apartments and then, talk about the apartments afterwards. For the sake of privacy and the fact that I'm one of these apartments I will be staying in, I'm not going to show you guys exactly where they are. This is now my second round of looking for apartments now, and I'm actually excited because it's cold now. Nobody's trying to move in the winter. Well, it's fall right now, but it's like in the 30s. It's like, let me tell you guys, what's the temperature right now? What's the temperature right now? It's like currently 46 degrees. Yesterday was even colder. It was in the 30s, but nobody wants to move in the colder months. So I'm lucky enough to have my lease ending in the winter months. My lease is literally up in December. So with that being said, rental rates are lower in the colder months. So I'm really excited about this process. I'm currently looking for either a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom, depending on the price. The thing about rent in Atlanta is that you have to factor in garbage, parking, pet, internet, amenity fees, deposit, admin fee, application fee. Okay, so I do have an appointment I need to go to right now. I didn't realize that, so yeah. From Westside Union? Okay, oops. Oh yeah, I do want to go to that one. I don't think this one is floor to ceiling. So I'm about to go to an appointment right now, and on my way there, I'll tell you guys what my criteria is for what I'm looking for. All right, so full transparency. Oh, I was going over in my head what I was going to say, but hold on real quick, y'all. I gotta put in this address because I'm late for this appointment because I went to another place thinking that that's where I needed to go, when really I booked anyways off that. Doesn't matter. All right, so here's my criteria that I'm looking for. So I want a high-rise building. I would prefer concierge. But if I can get floor-to-ceiling windows in a spot that doesn't have concierge, I would be satisfied. But preferably, I would like concierge. Not gonna lie, I would like to get both and everything. However, what would be the underlying not deal breaker, but like thing that will make me compromise is price. If I can find a place that is priced significantly low, then I'll probably. Okay, y'all, both of y'all. If I can find a place that's like in the apartment gives me what I need to give, like as far as like floor to ceiling windows, and it's priced low, like at the lower end of my price, my budget, then I would definitely go for that if it didn't have concierge. But ideally, I would like concierge because I just like the idea of having that firewall between my guests or anybody coming into my apartment building, and like a sense of security, right? So that's what I want: floor to ceiling windows, ideally, and concierge. And what else do I want? Honestly, y'all, location, either West Midtown or Midtown. So I'm only looking at those locations. I don't care for downtown, I don't care for Buckhead. I only want Midtown and West Midtown. Also, view. So at first I wanted like city views, but right now I'm kind of like compromising now a little bit. I'm okay with City View, I just don't want to look at, like, I don't want my view to be trash. I don't want it to be like unfinished area, parking lot. I feel like that's just ugly. You guys won't see any of that because I won't show any of that stuff, because I don't want it to be known where I end up choosing. However, I don't want it to be like, I don't want the outside to be ugly. So, like I said, I've already looked at a couple places, and I'll just include it inside of the, the footage, and talk to you guys about it after I show the footage. But I just wanted to, come in here and provide an intro so you guys can see what I'm looking for and what I'm actually going to get. Now, there is one of the places that I have not seen yet that I want to go see, that's significantly cheaper, does not have concierge, but it has floor-to-ceiling windows, and the apartment is big, and it's a 2-bedroom apartment, and it's cheaper than 1-bedroom apartments that I'm looking at. So for that one, if I like everything else about that place, I will compromise in, for not having the concierge and, stuff like that. In Highrise, like I told you guys, I do want a Highrise. However, if I find a place that's like the place that I just recently found, I haven't looked at it yet, but if it checks off, like as far as like, like space means a lot to me too, like space, and then floor to ceiling windows, that's what's really most important to me. But if I'm being real honest with myself, I do still want the high rise lifestyle, like concierge, like all of those things that comes with it. So I don't know, we'll see. But like I said, the price is significantly cheaper for that building. But with cheap prices come a lot of riffraff, and I don't want to have to deal with riffraff. And I kind of, is in West Midtown, so I'm familiar with the building as far as like, you guys know I'll be going for walks and stuff like that. But and so I'm familiar with what it gives at night. I'm familiar with, but I don't know what it is like living there. And as a police officer, I know that I shouldn't spend too much time on, crimes and like stuff like that, because most of the time, you, as living at a place, you won't even know all the crime that's happening at a place because you're not there. Now, if you witnessing stuff, like every day you come home from work, that's crazy. Like if you witness anything, honestly, you shouldn't. It should be like, while you're at work, while you're sleeping, during the day should be calm and peaceful. Nowhere you should stay where there's like drama and like stuff going on all the time. But anyways, you guys, I am significantly late to this place, but I'm pretty sure these places, they know that, people are running late because they're looking at apartments all day. But yeah, I'll talk to y'all after. I'll give y'all a live update of this one right after I leave it, because this one is not a high rise, depending on how you consider a high rise, and it doesn't have floor to ceiling windows. I can see it from here, but I'll get back with you guys in a minute so I can give you guys an update on this one's particular. All right, you guys, so I actually like this apartment. However, this building, it had like a few quirks that I didn't too much care about, like carpet in the bedroom. The floor to ceiling windows, quote unquote, wasn't really floor to ceiling. It was just a patio door or a balcony door that was floor to ceiling. Not much lighting really came in this apartment. What I did like about it though is that it had ample ceiling lighting. The bathroom is huge, and the closet were decent. I like the idea of the laundry room being a closet. It was just something that this apartment just didn't give me. I just feel like it was just okay. Some of the amenities that it had EV charging stations. It had, resident gathering areas like lounges and stuff like that. Co-working spaces. The gym was really, child, get your words together. The gym was cute. The gym was nice. They didn't have a dog park, and that was something that is strong on my list as well, because I got Roman, and I want him to have a nice place that he goes to the bathroom. I want it to be just as pleasant for him as it is for me. The hallways, I love the hallways. I love the resident and guest entrances. All of that was cool. This was actually right behind Target, Westside Union. It's a new building, brand new. They don't have concierge as of right now, but they said that they're going to get it. They said they may get it once their budget open back up. But as of right now, they're not going to have concierge. But it's all right. Okay, you guys. So I stand corrected. Apparently, 10 floors and up does classify as a high rise. So this one is a high rise because it has 11 floors. One of the ones that I saw earlier also classifies as a high rise because it has 11 floors. Okay, so what I like about this building is one that is low key. It's off in the cut, kind of like how my current place is. It's not going to be a lot of traffic from people that do not live here because it's nothing to get to. It's new. That's a plus. It's right at my price point for a 1-bedroom though. And they do not have concierge. However, they want to have concierge, but they don't have concierge in the budget. So the building is definitely for sure built to have a concierge. I understand why the concierge is not in the budget because it's new and it's off in a cut. So you kind of don't really need the concierge right now. However, I just was speaking to the assistant manager. She was like, she feels like they need it because they're filling up. So I get it because obviously she don't want to do a lot of work. So, you know, the agents and the managers are, you know, doing the job of what a concierge would do currently. Food deliveries, package deliveries, all those things. Concierge can just handle that, and, you know, the leasing agents and the assistant managers and, you know, all of them can focus on their actual jobs. So that's that. Dog park. They do not have a dog park. I didn't say this before, but dog park is definitely important to me. Because I want a place that I can go to and Roman can roam and I can sit my behind down and chill and relax for a minute. I want a place that I don't have to I don't want to feel like it's a chore. Oh my gosh, you guys can't even see me. What's going on with this gimbal? Come on. Hello, up here. Okay, so for me, I like to have a place where I can go and take Roman and, you know, I can sit down and relax for a second. I don't want a place that is like, I want a playground. Does that make sense? Yeah. Like, I want an actual park, not just a pee space, you know? I don't want to just take them, like my current place, they call it a dog park, but it's not a dog park. It's just a place to take them to pee, and I don't like that. I want to be able to sit in the area as well. Like the place I was at before, the place I'm at right now, it was an actual park. It didn't have like any, you know, running spaces or anything like that, but at least it had a place for me to sit. And, you know, what I liked about my last dog, he was able to like play with the other dogs that was there as well. So that's what I want for Roman. And this place does not have that, and I'm kind of disappointed in that because I do like this place. Great views. Oh my gosh, the view is amazing. And it's in price point. They don't have a lot of fees on top of things. Parking, I think she said parking was $50 a month, which isn't bad. A lot of places have it way more than that. $75 in up. $95. Like, they try to keep it under 100, but yeah, it can climb. But yeah, I actually like that location. Is it very walkable? It can be, but not necessarily. If you know, you know, type thing. So, trying to think how I'm gonna say. Yeah. So yeah, high rise, yes. Oh, floor to ceiling windows. Yeah, I can deal with it because it has a balcony, and the balcony, obviously, the door in the, you know, the opening for the balcony, it's like a sliding door, kind of like what I have right now. But I think if I'm higher up, like on the 9th floor, which is what I want to have be on, in the 9th floor, then it'll give high rise vibes. I really want to see the one from tomorrow, the unit for tomorrow, the 2-bedroom. I'm really excited about it because it's a 2-bedroom and it's cheaper than the 1-bedrooms. When I say cheaper, I mean like hundreds of dollars cheaper. I don't know what other fees come. Well, I have the paper, but yeah. I just wanted to give you guys a live reaction of this one so that you know you can see. But I do have one more tour for today. I'm a little tired, y'all, and I'm a little worn out. I haven't eaten, so I think I'm getting low on energy. I did have this water that I do have electrolyte in it, but I need to find some food. Today's Veterans Day, and I'm a veteran, so it's free food everywhere. So I'm gonna look online to see where I can go. I kind of wouldn't mind Five Guys, but we'll see. I'm gonna look and see what's near me and what's free. I'm trying to think, do I need to go back home right now? Because my next appointment is at 4. No, I'm not going home. Okay, so let me just park real quick and gather myself. All right. So another thing I will say though is that everywhere I went today, I hate that you guys can't see me. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, you guys. So one thing I do want to point out is that everywhere I went, when I talked to somebody from the, and did a tour, um, everybody was so like nice. Everybody I spoke to, all the leasing places are really, really nice and friendly. I don't know if it's because it's slow or, I guess they're always nice, to potential people. But it's worth pointing out that everybody was nice. And like going above and beyond, nice kind of thing. I have a lot to choose from, you guys. I can say I'm a bit overwhelmed. I can definitely say that I'm a bit overwhelmed, but I have to choose the place that's best for me. Like obviously, I want the reason why, and this is what I have to consider as well. But I also have to consider both things. And let me just explain to y'all what I have going on, right? So I do have a house that I'm paying the mortgage for every month, and it's not bringing any income. Dang, get my words together. It's not bringing in any income right now, which I've been fine with paying for. Has it been over a year? I don't know. I don't know how long it's been. It's been. Why is this gimbal like this? Come on, stop acting slow. There we go. Oh my gosh, this gimbal is getting my nerves. So yeah, I'm okay with that as long as I can afford it. It's like sight out of mind, out of sight kind of thing. But it's not the smartest thing, but it is what it is. Okay, so that's out of the way. So now what I'm battling with myself is getting value, but also saving. I want this, high rise lifestyle once more without being the courtesy officer. Because after this, I'm going to be buying a house again, and living in a house. Like, it doesn't make sense to be renting. So, yeah. Obviously, if, like, when I was talking about earlier, like, as far as, like, if it's going to be a place where it's going to be cheaper, it just has to make sense as far as space, as far as, me getting the high rise feel. Excuse me. But I'm also open to just a one bedroom. But I can't ignore the fact that if I'm getting just to be upfront with you guys, my price range is around $2,000. The one that I haven't looked at yet, and I'm probably just talking out the ass because it's probably not going to be something I want to get anyways, but it's worth the look. It's $1,700 for a 2-bedroom apartment. Where to do that at? And I watched a video on YouTube for that apartment, and it looks good. It looks decent. It has an island. Oh yeah, that's another thing too. The apartment that I have has to have a peninsula / island. Hey, what's up, you guys? Future Die here. I wanted to just pop in real quick because I realized that the continuity of this video is trash, and the clips that I actually have for the video doesn't flow like I need it to flow. Mostly, for the most part, all I did was, just film the apartment, and I didn't talk about it. And so I'm just gonna pop in real quick. I didn't want to have to do this because I was just trying to save time, but because the video didn't get uploaded like how I wanted to, the day that I wanted to, I'm just gonna go ahead and do what I wasn't gonna do before. All right, so. The apartment that you just saw was 935M by Arium. This was the one that was very, very cheap, right? It was like the 1-bedroom started at $1,300 and some change, and a 2-bedroom started at like $1,500 and some change. But I was like, it's worth the look because they do have floor-to-ceiling windows. And I watched the video online, like I told you guys already, that it showed it in a good light. It looked really, really good. But when I went to this apartment, baby, I don't have footage of the 2-bedroom. I just realized. I don't know how. I thought for sure I recorded it. Don't know where it's at, but whatever. But I recorded. You just saw the 1-bedroom, and like even on camera it may look okay, but in person it looked like not the type of Like, first of all, there was like stuff around the property that just wasn't together. It was a little on the ghetto side, is what it's given, and like the prices make sense for what it is. And I just know based on just me going and looking at the apartment and looking at the amenities and stuff like that, I'm seeing the best of what it's gonna give. So I can only imagine what it's gonna give at nighttime, during the weekends, whenever it's like a lot of traffic and a lot of stuff going on. Listen, I know the West Midtown area very, very well because I used to go for my walks and my runs in that area. And so, like, I just know that it's just not going to give what I wanted to give based on what I saw. Like, there was just stuff that was broken, like gates that was broken. The vibe was just off. The amenities weren't the best. No concierge. It's not a high rise. It's loft style, which I don't mind. I actually like the apartment. They just updated everything and like had better management that kept up with the property, because you can tell that the upkeep was just not there. So I didn't like it. It gave ghetto. It gave space. It had space. It had the space that I needed. And the 2 bedroom they about the same. Like, those apartments need to be updated. I'm thinking that the video that I saw online, that was probably like their best apartment that they showed, because it just wasn't given. I felt bad even, like, once I was walking through the place before I even saw the apartment, I was like, I feel bad for even wasting this man's time, because I'm not staying here. And what I also did not like about this one is that whenever you go to the apartment, you're outside. So there's no like indoor hallways that get to your apartment. I don't like that. Like, I need to be inside the building. I'm sorry. Like, if I'm compromising, not having concierge, this apartment need to be everything I need to be and more. Now, the lighting in this apartment, like, I loved how much light got into the apartment. It was amazing. And I could see myself in the apartment if it was just better. Everything all around. It just wasn't it. The dog park was lack. It just had a green space for dogs. That was dead. Like, that's not happening for me. What else was wrong? It was a lot of stuff wrong, y'all. The only thing that was good for this apartment was the price. That's about it. But it wasn't for me. But yeah. All right, you guys. So I forgot that I actually toured this apartment complex, and I realized I did have the footage. But this is Osprey in West Midtown. I only chose to look at this apartment building because I thought it was floor to ceiling. And I actually toured this building before, but at that time when I toured it, I was actually touring it for a potential Airbnb property. So in the mindset that I'm actually going to stay here, what I did not like about this apartment is that, one, it didn't have floor to ceiling windows, and didn't have concierge. It is considered a high rise, I believe. I think that it has more than 10 floors. And what else did not like about it? I'm trying to remember what the dog park looked like. I don't even know that I even went to the dog park. Did I? I'm not even sure, but I know that they were nice. And when I toured it the first time, like 2 years ago, it was nice then as well. Like the concierge, they were nice as well. I like the building. I like the amenities. Like, they have like high rise type amenities. I'm not sure why they don't have a concierge. That's kind of confusing to me. Oh, and the view. Being that it's on West Midtown, I would have wanted something that definitely had like a decent view. Now, this has the Westside view, so it's not city view, but obviously the Westside is growing, but anybody, skyscrapers and high rises, over in that area, like how I would want to see. This particular apartment right now that you're looking at was pretty on the small side. Like, the living room was small. As you can see, there's carpet in the bedroom, but I did not mind this apartment though overall. Looking at this footage right now and remembering how the living room was, how small it was, I realize now that I would not have liked that. Like, I really would have to like get rid of a bunch of stuff just to make my living room make sense. All right, you guys, I'm back. What you just now saw just now was 903 Peachtree. I like this one a lot. I really liked it a lot. If they had a one bedroom, okay, so here's the thing about this building. The one bedrooms do not have floor to ceiling windows. It has almost floor to ceiling windows, and I've dealt with that before, and I don't have to deal with that again. The last high rise I was in, every other floor had floor to ceiling windows, and every other floor had almost floor to ceiling windows, and I just happened to be in one that was almost floor to ceiling. It wasn't bad. I probably would appreciate it better now, knowing what I know, but I hated it. I wish I was in a floor to ceiling window apartment, just because that's what you want when you're in a high rise. That's what I want, at least. So what I liked about this apartment building was that the two bedrooms they started at like around 2,400, 2,500. And it was a one corner unit that I showed you guys. That corner unit was everything. It had floor to ceiling windows in the kitchen, throughout, and like the living room and stuff like that. I love that. It reminds me of the first high rise I was in, where there was windows. I was in a corner unit and it was windows all around, like in the kitchen and the living room. I love that, and in the bedrooms, floor to ceiling windows. So I like that aspect about it. What I did not like about it is that the bedrooms were small. In the ones that I looked at least. I don't know if all of their units are like this, but the ones that I look at, the bedroom were small and the closet space was small. And then when it comes to the kitchens, whenever you have a kitchen with a island, the kitchen storage space is limited. It's like you have to have a unit with a peninsula for you to get the storage that you need. Actually, the building that I actually chose is the same way. So yeah, that was that one. Honestly, when I'm thinking about it now, I could have just used one bedroom as a closet because I'm only one person. So I could have used the second bedroom as a closet and it made it work for sure. However, I just felt like overall, would I have been happy there 100%? Probably not. I only wanted to apply to one apartment because, like I said, admin fee and the application fees, who's about to be applying to multiple apartments? Not me. Money don't grow on trees, and these apartments aren't cheap. Especially because, I'm going from being a courtesy officer and getting a discount on my rent to going to paying full on rent plus my mortgage, like I mentioned before. Absolutely not. So I have to be smart and I have to get what I want if I'm going to spend the money. I have to get what I want if I'm going to spend the money. So yeah, that's that on that one. All right, I'm back. So the one that you just now saw, the unit that you just now saw was Hanover Midtown, which I really actually like this apartment. I used to live in Midtown, and this apartment building was right around the corner from where I used to live. And what I like about this building is that the amenities were nice. This was an older building, and when I say older, I mean like 2019 was when it was built. But I looked at one bedrooms and I looked at a studio, and mind you, I'm only looking at studios just to see if it was something I could work with, because like some of the buildings that had studio apartments and the square footage aligned with what I would go for, or if the layout was perfect for what I could go for, I was willing to entertain it to see what it was given. This space, I like the kitchens were nice, generous storage spaces and stuff like that. When I looked at the studio though, the studio was almost the same amount of square footage as a one bedroom, and it had a closed off space for the bedroom area with windows, which I definitely did like about it. What I didn't like is that the studio, it doesn't have full ceiling window in the bedroom. If it did, that probably would have ate. But it just had like a regular closet. I have a lot of stuff, y'all. I'm trying to like dwindle down my stuff, but like even in here, I'm still trying to get rid of stuff because I don't want my space to look cluttered at all. So stuff that I allowed myself to have in my last apartment, even though the square footage is similar, I don't want to have that here. I want to just get rid of stuff that I don't use. Like if I don't use it, so like I got rid of a lot of stuff before I left my last place, but I'm speaking in current terms, y'all, because I already moved. But the moving vlog will be next. Probably. I don't know what's next actually, but it'll come later. But yeah, I don't want the clutter. I want everything to look pristine and look like literally you're staying in a hotel or Airbnb or something like that. So yeah, the one bedroom, the closet space just wasn't enough. And I mean the studio, the one bedroom was just not enough. The one thing that I did not like about this building is that the floor to ceiling windows did not go in the bedrooms as well. Um, I can deal with it, but it's just that's just one thing, you know. And then they have carpet in the bedrooms, so I didn't like that, and that's why I kind of entertained the studio as well because it was all hardwoods. The closet in the one bedroom was decent, not the best. It's not the best, but it's not bad either. I could make it work. Actually, I'm looking at it right now. It's not bad at all. It got a lot of space for you to put stuff in. Um, and these prices, what was the prices for Hanover? I feel like it wasn't bad in comparison to like everything that I looked at. Let me just look at it real quick. I should already have this loaded up. One bedroom, one bedroom, one bedroom, one bedroom. All right, so the one bedroom started at. Well, let me go to one that I would actually have gotten. Oh, I didn't even see these. Or maybe I did. I don't know. But the one bedroom started at $21.93, which is not bad. That's in my price range. And all these apartments that I looked at also had concessions. Like everybody's running concessions right now, so like you get like a certain amount of money off every month. Well, not every month, like a certain amount of weeks free, which they'll either spread across the whole lease or every other month, or all up at front, or all of it at the front. It just depends on where you went. Um, but yeah, this building was a nice building. I liked it a lot. Customer service was phenomenal, and the square footage was like you can't beat the square footage. It was decent. So like right now, this is a one bedroom. This is a 25, and it's spacious. But it starts at 2261, like I said, for the one bedroom. But I like this building. The dog park, all of the amenities were great. I don't like the entrance to the building though, like how it looks. And I don't remember what the parking situation was either. Speaking of parking situations, let's go back to 903. 903 Peachtree, the parking situation I did not like at all. So basically, this is how it was. I know I'm all over the place, but sorry. The parking, basically, you rent, like you had an apartment. I mean, your parking, I believe your parking space was like $95, but there's no guest parking, like no designated guest parking. The only way you can have guest park is if they come in and they pay to rent out a resident's apartment. Like, hold on, let me see how I can get this right. So, me as a resident, if I live there, if I'm away and my car is not parked in my parking space, I can go in the app that they have for the residents and put my parking space up for rent. Which that's something I would have done because I travel a lot, so it would come in handy for sure. I travel a lot, so I would definitely not have my car parked at my building. I would park my car at my job because that's what I typically do, and I catch an Uber from my job to the airport. So I would definitely be utilizing that. However, if I had guests over, they would have to pay me to register their vehicle in one of my neighbors' parking spaces while they're not there. So who's to say if they even have any available? I didn't like that. It's just the uncertainty, and then charging my guests seems crazy as hell to me. And then the prices for it varies based on what your neighbors have it priced at. That's crazy. That was 903 Peachtree. So I liked everything else about that building except I did not like that. So that's something that didn't sit well with me at all. Because more times than none, I'll probably just be eating the bill for the parking. But what if I have events? Like, and I want a place where I can like have an event there and have my guests all come to the event, whether it's in my apartment or in one of the amenity spaces. So yeah, that's why. While I did really, really enjoy 903, I just couldn't deal with that at all. But yeah, so I'm trying to think. Was there anything else I want to talk about? Hanover. Hanover was a decent a building for sure. But yeah, the carpets and then the floor to ceiling windows didn't run into the bedroom. But outside of that, I liked it. Also, another thing too is why I didn't choose certain apartments, especially with Hanover, is that the available apartments that they had available for rent, the views weren't it. Like it just weren't. It just wasn't what I wanted. It's just not what I want to look out my window and see. So that's why I didn't go with this one. But outside of that, I did like it. right. So so this one right here, you guys, is I'm just going to just tell you guys what it is. This is the one I went with. This is what is the apartment? What is the oh? It's called the Mitchell. This is where I'm at right now. So it's called the Mitchell, and it's right beside the Mercedes-Benz stadium. And what I like about this building that I chose is that it checks off everything that I wanted it to check off. Parking is great. I have a peninsula. The first unit that I showed you guys is the one I actually went with. Well, not that unit, but one on the higher level and different color cabinetry. But it has a nice ass dog park. Probably one of the best dog parks I've seen so far. It's not as big as I would perfectly like it to be, but Roman already been like playing with another dog up in there, and they was running around on top of the hills and through the tunnels and stuff like that. So cute to watch. They have seating inside of the park. Roman loves this place already, you guys. So this is the one I chose. What else can I say about it? I like my view. The view is amazing. Parking is great. They told me when I moved in that it was unlimited parking for your guests. That is a big thing for me, because if I can have events at my apartment and parking is free and it's a lot of parking, it's like that's amazing, So I like that about this building for sure. And oh, like I said, they told me that the parking was free, but it's not free. You get 4 hours. You get 4 hours free with validation. Otherwise, they do charge outside of that. And honestly, I thought it was unbelievable that it was free anyways when they told me that, because we're right beside the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, like walking distance is literally right across the street from where I'm staying at right now. I mean, my apartment right now. So it would be foolish of them to think that residents, the people that live here, child, I'm all discombobulated. The people that live here won't allow their friends and family members to come stay here, and I would get really annoyed having, just so you can have a good peace of mind and security and stuff like that. You don't want people to just be able to just park wherever they want to park at, kind of thing. But they do have ample guest parking, visitor parking, and 4 hours free is decent enough. Your friends probably shouldn't be here for more than 4 hours anyways. And so if I have an event, which already had an event already, my birthday party was yesterday actually, so I already had it here, and it went well. Let me say this building is brand spanking new. I'm the first person in this building, in this apartment, and they're still working out a lot of kinks. There's a lot of kinks. I've noticed a lot of kinks, but I know they'll get better once they learn the building how they should learn it, because everybody's new here. Like, it's not like it just wasn't open. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I do know what I'm trying to say, but hopefully I understand what I'm trying to say. Everybody's new. So it was a new building, new management, like everything's new. So they're still working on some things, but I'm willing to, overlook those small things, because it's nothing that's like crazy. I'm trying to think of something that's an inconvenience. Just like the certain processes that's here, like everybody don't know. It's not everybody don't know everything. You have to ask multiple people, and even when I call them up about stuff, they have to put me on hold. Like the concierge will have to put me on hold and let me put me on hold and call somebody else to find out what's the process for this, yada yada yada. Also, what else? Off the bad things, let me talk about all the good things that I like. I love the amenities. I love my floor-to-ceiling windows that's in my bedroom and in my living room. I get amazing lighting in here. As you can see, this is me sitting in my kitchen, and the lights in it is great. And then in the daytime, there's no overhead lighting in the living room, but there's the window go all the way up to the ceiling, and so I get a lot of light. And the balconies on this building is not off the window, the floor to ceiling window. It is off to the side. Well, it's in the bedroom. It's like the balcony is in front of the bedroom, so that allows way more light to come into the living room. But I don't have any complaints about my bedroom either. Closet, ample space. Actually, my closet is probably either the same size or a little bigger than my last closet in my last place. I could use a little bit more storage. I have a pantry. I wish I had a coat closet. And yeah, I love this apartment. I love how pristine and new it feels. I love my light light cabinetry. I like the decor. My decor matches it perfectly. I just love this building a lot. I love the hallways. I love what else is there that I love? I love the entrance is dope. It's a few other apartment complexes that I didn't even record that I realized I did go to these apartments. I'm pretty sure I didn't record it because I didn't like what I saw. Like, I only recorded that cheap one that I showed y'all just now because I just needed y'all to see what it was and what I wouldn't go for. So I did have one more apartment complex that I want to share, but let me just show it to y'all first so that you can see it, and then I'll come back and talk to you about that one. Yeah, we'll be back. One last thing I need to say about the Mitchell also is that all of the one bedrooms have peninsula. I didn't entertain any of the studio apartments because the square footage just didn't sit well with me, and they don't have any islands or peninsulas. It's just a strip, and I know like that's not gonna work. I need a peninsula or an island because I like to entertain and I like sitting in a bar, at the bar area. I feel like I prefer a peninsula over an island simply because it's more homey. Like it gives more of a homey vibe for an apartment. And I feel like it was something else I wanted to say about this building before I stopped talking about it already, but I can't remember right now. So when it comes to me, I'll just say it at the end of the video. Got it. What I wanted to say is that I love I love the concierge. I love the security guys here. I love the leasing agents. They're so like when I say this building, when I was doing my application process, was the most accommodating out of all of the apartments that I went to. This building was the only one that I went and saw I went and saw apartments, and they were the only one that gave me a gift bag with like mug and like stuff inside of the bag, like mints, like different little hand sanitizers, different little things that was inside the bag as if I was already a resident. And this was one of the first apartments I looked at and just doubled back to. So I really, really appreciate them. Shout out to, oh my gosh, I cannot pronounce her name. I always forget her name, but I'm just say AZ. She's the sweetest, like the sweetest. And shout out to David. He was the one that actually leased me in. I really, really like it. And I haven't met the property manager yet, but I know that she has been accommodating as well because obviously they have to run things through her. And so I really, really appreciate, their hospitality. And even when I had my party yesterday, I was given a huge discount on, me renting out the space. So I really, really do appreciate them a lot. So I already feel like it's home. I feel like I'm their family already. Like I love this building so much. So yeah, I'm off. Oh, one thing, another thing too that I do hate about this building, which I considered and factored that all in when before I even considered it or whatever, is traffic. I work like 3 minutes away from this building. And I know because I passed by this building every time I went to work. Every time I go to and from work at my last place. And every time I came here or drive by, whenever there's a game or something like that, or a sporting event or like a concert or something like that, traffic is hell. And then they have streets blocked off and stuff like that. Even coming home today, I went and visited my mom. I'll tell y'all about that later though. But I had to like take detours just to get here. Luckily, I know the area, so I know exactly where I need to go. But it's just so annoying. Like, why is this street blocked off? I'm trying to go home. My house is right there, one block up, and I can't get there because it's blocked off. But I knew that, so I can't get upset about that because that's something I factored in. Baby, this view, it is what it is. I love this apartment. I definitely feel like I chose the best one that would give me everything that I want to have before I enter this journey into like buying a home. Okay, so last but not least, let me just pull up their website. What's the last apartment that I have footage of? Because like I said, I already, I definitely had looked at other apartments, but I don't know what the footage at, and it is what it is at this point. It is what it is at this point. But Altitude Apartments, I've been here before. One of my friends used to live here, and so I already knew what it gave. I knew that it didn't have full floor to ceiling windows, but what I also did know is that they had a lot of windows. So like you can get a unit with a lot of windows for sure. But going back to like it was a little ghetto. I would have dealt with that if it was I don't know. No, I wouldn't have done with it. I realized it just now came back to me just now. I just now thought about it. The reason why I did not go with this because it was the dog park wasn't really hitting. It was like a strip. It was like a running pad. Parking was my deal breaker for this one. And when you go to apartment from apartment, like when you go out looking at apartments and stuff like that, you realize quickly how important parking is for you. Like especially if you like to host like I do. I don't like to host. I like to host, but I'm not really good at hosting like that. But yeah, I get what I'm saying. I like having events and stuff like that, and I like having friends over. And so, what I didn't like about Altitude is that guest parking sucks, and it's paid. So every time you have a guest over, they have to pay. And from what I can remember, it's not cheap. I know that when I used to visit my friend, he was able to let me out, but that's not like he's not supposed to do that. Like I think he gave me a barcode and I was able to scan it from my phone, but he's not supposed to do that. He's not supposed to share that barcode because guests are supposed to pay. It's attached to a hotel. The parking is attached to a hotel, and the hotel owns the parking deck, and that's who charges you, not the actual apartment. So it's just I don't like it at all. And when I was asking about parking, she was like, "Yeah, it's paid. If you want to have free parking, they'll have to park on the street. But baby, it's only like a few parking on the street." So I was like, "Yeah, that's not about to work." And then you have to walk across the street to come to the building. And then yeah, I was just like, "No, that's not gonna work for me. Like it just ain't. It ain't." So yeah, no floor to ceiling windows, but they had ample windows, and the prices were not bad actually. Like if you want a high rise with concierge and all that stuff like that, and you're not too picky with things, then this would probably consider it because the prices weren't bad. The one bedroom started at, let me see, I'm trying to make sure I'm not looking at a studio. Let me just click on one bedroom real quick. One bedroom started at 1485. That's not bad, and that's 686. Now, what I looked at, I toured this unit, this one bedroom for 1485. I toured this unit, and what I didn't like about this unit in particular is that the closet space was not big at all. It didn't have a lot of closet space at all, and not even like they didn't have any closet. It doesn't have a closet either for like, what is this? Maybe that's a pantry, but it just didn't work for me. It was a little too small. And then I looked at the unit that I wanted to look at, like I would have considered, was not available at the time, or within the time frame that I needed to move. So that's why I was like, yeah, we just not gonna make this work. But they have a lot of apartments that are affordable. Let me see what the two bedrooms is hitting for. The two bedrooms start at 1884. Not bad. Once again, not bad at all. So it's definitely an affordable place if you are looking for somewhere. I would suggest this one over that other one, that loft one. This is actually, some of the units were kind of like lofty as well, and in the way that the bedroom is like lofted, like open at the top or whatever. But yeah, I just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. My friend would live there, and I went and work. I went to his apartment to work out with him a couple times. So and the gym was lackluster. When I went to tour it this time, like equipment is missing. I'm like, y'all got to keep these things. Like it shouldn't be a situation where you go somewhere, you're touring a place, and it's not put together. Like who's going to stay here? The type of people that will stay there. That's who will stay there. You know. And I'm not talking bad against my friend or whatever like that, because I loved his apartment. Like I loved going over there and visiting. It's just the parking situation was horrible, and then the parking deck. I ruined the top of my Jeep going to his apartment because the parking deck is so low and my Jeep was lifted. I scraped up my dang on soft top, child. So overall, as you guys can see, I chose the Mitchell. Apartment tour will be coming soon, but before that, I have to post my moving journey and how that went and stuff like that. Me actually moving out of my apartment and moving into this apartment, because I got some really good footage, you guys. My move was it was hectic. I'm not gonna lie. I'll talk to y'all about that when that time comes though, because I do have stuff to talk about. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for being here and being on this journey with me. I really chose the apartment that I wanted. I got everything that I wanted. I probably won't be here more than a year though, so I'll be moving again, Lord. But hopefully by then I'll be looking for a house. God willing, I'll be looking for a house by then. But yeah, I'm still not completely settled in this apartment. I'm still trying to get rid of stuff, put stuff together. I'm switching out some things, so my apartment is not the same as it was in the furniture and stuff like that. I'm using the same furniture, but I have to make some changes. One being, I don't want to have a king size bed. I have my king size bed in there right now, but I'm going to get rid of it and actually get a queen size bed. And I was talking to the leasing agent that toured me the second time I came here, And she told me that she had a king size bed before she moved here as well. She switched to a queen size bed. So I'm gonna do it because I need my room to look like I want it to look. I'm gonna be here for a whole year. I'm still within the first month. Hopefully I can get that done by the end of the month. I told myself I was gonna post my bed on Facebook Marketplace. So if you're in the market of a bed, be on the lookout on Facebook Marketplace, okay? If you live in the Atlanta area, because I'll be selling my bed and the mattress. The last time I moved, I ended up getting, 2 times before, when me and my ex moved in together, I sold my bed. And when that person came and picked it up, I asked her if she wanted the mattress, and she said, yeah. No, did she guys? I think she asked me. And I was like, sure, take it. You know why? Because like, I'm so over carrying those damn big ass, that mattress was so damn heavy, y'all. I was tired of carrying that mattress around. So I was happy that she took it and I didn't have to move it, into my apartment with my ex. But yeah, this is the end of this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me in the comments, would you have chosen the same apartment that I chose? And what would you have done differently? Yeah, I encourage you guys to look at the websites to all of these apartments so that you can get more details on each one that I probably did not include here. And I will see you guys in my next one. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys so much. Bye.
Dyrandoms. This is my guy, 24/7 and 365. Got this bitch turned to we all the way life. What you want? Fly to Memphis, walk a real cool. Watch one, might as well watch two. You think you don't need a butt, nigga? You do. Couple you better thank God for that black dude with the videos all on YouTube. Got this shit locking, we all the way life.